Hello, and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show, live from La Monica Stadium in Clovis, California. I'm Mark Espinoza with John Henry on your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Liberty Patriots against the host Clovis Cougars. Liberty comes into tonight's game with an overall record of 7-4, while the home team, Clovis, is 9-1. John Henry, this is a Division I quarterfinal playoff game between the number one ranked team in the Central Section, the Clovis Cougars, the home team, against the 8th ranked Liberty Patriots. And both teams are highly touted coming into this playoff matchup. However, the Cougars have perhaps the best player in the Central Section in Adrian Salas, a running back. What do you think the Patriots will have to do tonight to contain the Cougars running back, Adrian Salas?
The Patriots have an outstanding defense. They've been able to shut a couple teams out this year. They're able to limit the other teams to just a few. The whole point of the game is to score more than the other team, and they're able to do that because their defense is solid. I'm sure they've been zoning in on a guy like Adrian Salas, one of the best players, if not the best, in this section. And you can't ignore him. You can't just say, oh, we'll take care of him somehow. I'm sure they've zeroed in, and they've got to stop him from running. They've got to wrap up. That's the big one. We'll be talking about it all game, but if they can wrap him up and take him down on first contact, they're going to be doing okay.
As far as Liberty is concerned, they come into this game as the underdog. So what do we see as something or some of the key players for them tonight?
They've got it. They're kind of climbing uphill. They're away. First of all, they're playing the number one team tonight, but at the same time, you don't want to focus on that. You want to focus on what you're doing as a team. They've got some high-flying action. I mean, Josh Medina on quarterback, over 1,500 yards this game with 14 touchdowns, 134 yards per game in a high school game for a quarterback throwing. He's got the arm they need, and then he's got the receivers and spreading it out also to Corbin Jonty, running back, 13 TDs on the season, 133 yards per game.
Should be an excellent matchup between the two of the top teams in the Central Section tonight, this Division I quarterfinal playoff. That's going to wrap it up for tonight's PlayOnSports.com pregame show. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a few minutes. Friday Night Football begins next on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, coming to you live from Clovis, California. I'm Mark Espinoza with John Henry on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the 7-4 Liberty Patriots visiting the 9-1 Clovis Cougars. Welcome to Friday Night Football. We're at LaMonica Stadium, as I mentioned. That's named after the famous NFL quarterback Darryl LaMonica. And we're about to get underway here with this Division I quarterfinal playoff matchup between the first or number one ranked Clovis Cougars and the 8th ranked Liberty Patriots. It's a pretty nice evening, John Henry, and we've got the players getting ready for action here. And apparently the Clovis Cougars will be kicking off to the Liberty Patriots, as the Patriots are now on the field in a receiving formation. And what do you look for in the first part of this game?
I mean, right now, Clovis could almost get this momentum going, get the crowd into it, put a few points on the board, and before that even, show off their defense. They're going to have a chance here to put up a 3-and-out from the Patriots, and if they can do that and kind of get this momentum going and then have a solid drive, it's going to be tough for Liberty to try to come back. It's just a game of momentum. We talk about it in high school all the time, in every sport it seems like. So whoever can kind of grasp that momentum first is going to be the victor here.
Logan Posell will be kicking off for the Cougars. Ball set at the 40-yard line. Back deep for Liberty is Alex Romero and Christian Sinnott. Here's the kickoff, and it's taking it about the 5-yard line. He gets up to about the 10, goes to the far side, and he's all the way up to about the 27, 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots. As you look at the field here on Friday Night Football here in Clovis, California, you have the Liberty Patriots. They're on the right side of your screen. They're in the colors of navy blue, red, and silver, while the Clovis Cougars are on defense, and they're on the left side of the screen. They're in the blue and gold jerseys. So setting up 1st and 10 at the quarterback position will be Josh Medina. 1st down and 10 for the Patriots. It's an I formation in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, 1 on the near and far side. Here's Medina with the pass. It's caught and taken up to about the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. And he probably got about maybe 3 yards on that reception.
And we look at Medina's numbers, and he's been so solid this year, consistently throwing over 100 yards per game. And I think that play call right there, just going right after this strong secondary of Clovis High School, I think it's a great play call. You don't pick up big yards, but you get a solid 5 yards, and it brings up a convertible 2nd down.
2nd down and 5. Here's the give to the running back, and he stopped in his tracks at the 30-yard line. Loss of about maybe 4 yards on the carry.
I believe that was Nick Ortiz just coming in. Seemed like out of nowhere, unblocked from the linebacker position. The senior 6 feet tall, just coming in and, man, just making a statement. We've talked about it. That momentum, here we go. Let's see if Clovis can hold off and put up a 3-and-out.
Just underway here in the first quarter. Patriots in the first possession of the ball game, 3rd down and 7. Here's Medina looking to pass on the far side. It's caught at about the 39-yard line and taken up to about maybe the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. Mark it 1st down and 10.
Number 15, Christian Sinnott, the senior on the reception, I believe. We'll get that number correct if it's wrong. Either way, picking up a huge 1st down, and that's what the Patriots have to do. They talked about making 0 mistakes today and just driving down the field.
3 down linemen for the Cougars on 1st down and 10 for Liberty from Bakersfield. Here's the snap. Medina slightly fumbles the ball, but he gets it back and takes it himself on a keeper up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
That was interesting. Medina, it looked like he kind of fumbled it, but it might have been a designed play that way. I couldn't really tell from up here, and I think maybe he's the only one that knows that. But either way, a solid pickup on 1st down.
So now it's 2nd down and 5, balls at the 47-yard line. Once again, 3 down linemen for Clovis. Here's the give to the running back. That's number 23. That's Corbin Jounty. And minimal yardage on that play.
And on the defense, Cougars trying to get that number. 1 second. I think that was Salas, actually, the first time we've called his name tonight on the tackle. And it won't be the last time, I'll tell you that much, Mark. He's one of their stars out there of this section, and we're going to see a lot of him tonight. I'm surprised they've gone to that right side so many times already right after him.
Here's a key 3rd down and 6 early in the ball game here in this Division I quarterfinal. Here's Medina looking to pass on the far side, and it's caught. And at the 48-yard line, that's the reception on the play by number Corbin, looks like Corbin Jounty on the reception.
And again, just almost easy, picking up 5-6 yards every time on those little hitch routes, just quick outs to the outside. And this Clovis defense doing a good job of covering deep, but if the receiver's up close, you got to be able to bite up and make a play on the ball.
1st down and 10 at the 47 of Clovis. Here's Medina up to center. He's looking to pass on the near side, and it's caught at the 45-yard line, and the receiver is immediately taken down by one of the Clovis defenders. That's number 3, C.J. Broussard.
Kenny Davis on the reception, doing a great job getting up in the air, making the play. Not a huge pickup, but again, sometimes it's okay to just pick up 2-3 yards. As long as you're getting those completions, you start getting a little bit of a rhythm. And we've seen Liberty High School throwing quite a bit tonight, and kind of that's why they have 134 yards per game.
That's right. In the early going here, they're moving the ball against that Cougar defense. Here's Medina, back to pass, throws deep to the far side. Receiver's open, but he's closely guarded and makes the catch anyway. Nice catch, nice throw and catch there. And it's taken up to about the 18-yard line.
And Christian Sinnott, his 3rd catch of the day already, going right up that right side, a little hitch and go. A huge pickup, and that's kind of like when you're trying to set up the run, you're throwing these little short passes, and then all of a sudden you're down the field 10, 15 yards, and it kind of sets up those longer shots to the end zone or deep down the field.
That's Corbin Jounty in the backfield. He gets the ball on the handoff, but he's met by a gang of Cougar defenders.
And in talking to the Clovis sideline before the game, a couple players and a couple of the coaches, they're so confident in this secondary, and they were so, I don't know the best way to put it, but they've really just been solid this year, this Clovis secondary. And so far, the passing game is working really well for Liberty. Credit Josh Medina putting the ball on the money on more than one occasion already.
They look very confident there, John Henry, especially against this vaunted Clovis defense. And here's another handoff, but doesn't go anywhere before he's brought down.
Corbin Jounty, their running back, who also gets about 134 yards per game. He's got 13 touchdowns on the year. And tonight, I'm not sure if he's going to get that 100 yards. I think they might have to sway a little bit towards the passing game. Medina's just been so solid, and it's really been working for him early.
Here's a 3rd down and 10 with 2 wide receivers on both sides of the field, near and far sides. Here's Medina looking to pass. He's under pressure, and he loses the ball, but it's picked up by one of the Patriots, and they recover the fumble by Medina.
Lucky bounce there. Medina losing the handle, getting good pressure up front. Didn't quite get a number from the defender who was putting that pressure on, but that offensive line, they've done such a good job of giving Medina time. That last one couldn't quite hold off the defensive line and linebackers there.
So the ball's placed at the 22-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 14. They're going to go for the field goal attempt. And lining up for the extra point or make that field goal is number 19, Zach Sullivan.
39-yarder. Not an easy one.
High snap. Oh, and it's partially blocked. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So good defense there on the field goal attempt. But unfortunately, the Patriots failed to score on that drive. It was a nice drive, but it's kind of stalled with that partially blocked field goal.
Yeah, the kicker was able to get enough boot on it as Sullivan just kicked it right into the hand of one of those down linemen, doing a good job of getting in the path of the ball. It seems like a simple thing, but it doesn't happen a whole lot. Clovis defense, they made their statement They were able to stop the Patriots, and now they've got the ball. They're saying it's our turn.
So setting up on first down in their first possession of the ball game is Clovis. Here's the handoff to the running back up the middle. And gets about maybe 5 yards on that carry. It'll be 2nd down and 4, make it 6 yards on the carry.
Now this Clovis offense, they're not going to be throwing, 40 yards down the field every play. They're just going to run you ragged. I mean, the quarterback Josh Gatewood is 915 yards in the year. He's not going to have too many tonight.
Here's Gatewood on the pass. Excuse me, John.
No problem.
And it's reception down to about the 33-yard line. Good for a first down.
And as soon as I said that, of course, they throw the ball and pick up a first down.
Well, that's how good this Clovis team is. We watched them a couple times this year, especially against that epic battle against their rival Clovis North, and they showed a tremendous versatility on offense.
They've definitely earned that #1 seed so far.
Here's the handoff on the play action, and it gets down to about the 40-yard line.
I'm going to give some early credit there to offensive lineman senior Rick Temple. He was out in front of the running back, picking up helping the running back pick up that big hole, and just a great job of hustle getting down the field.
Here's Gatewood in the shotgun in the backfield with Adrian Salas. So it's a give to Salas on the near side. He's got some running space here, and he gets good yardage, and he's fighting for more yardage, as you can see, all the way down to about the 46-yard line.
And if Clovis is going to be running like that, like they have the last few plays all day, it's going to be a long night for the Patriots. Clovis has got to do a better job, those defensive linemen and linebackers getting up into the holes, filling the gaps, and not letting Salas get into the open field like that.
Yeah, anytime you give Salas a little bit of room on the field, he's gone. So here's 1st down and 10 for the Cougars. Give to Salas once again to the far side, and he makes a few yards. Actually, he gets about maybe 4 yards on that carry. So that's going to bring up 3rd down.
And even there, the offensive line for Clovis just getting such a big push. I mean, Salas, he had nowhere to go, but he did pick up the 4 yards, basically because the offensive line pushed the D-line back 4 yards.
Make it 2nd down and 6 for Clovis in their first possession of this quarterfinal playoff here at La Monica Stadium. Here's a handoff once again to Salas, coming to the near side. He's got some space out there, and he powers his way all the way down to about the 35-yard line.
And Salas is so fun to watch. When he's running, he doesn't seem like he's trying to run fast. He's just fast. And he's taking those steps, reading his blocks, and just getting up into the hole, picking up 4 or 5 yards at a time. Man, he's going to break one of them pretty soon, I think.
He seems to have, John Henry, that vision. Give him the ball, and he sees where to go, the hole, and he's there.
Right, and he's able to hit it with such speed and power.
1st down and 10. Give to Salas. And he's met hard at about the 33-yard line, taken down, but he manages to get to about the 31-yard line before he's brought down.
Good tackle there by the Patriots. It's exactly what they have to do. If Salas is breaking tackles tonight after picking up 3-4 yards, we're going to be here a while. But if he's able to be contained and they can kind of keep him to those 3-4 yards, the Patriots are going to be a little happier.
So you got pretty good pressure now being put on the defensive line there by Liberty. Here's Gatewood deep. Man is open, and he is open, but he drops the ball in the end zone. Unbelievable.
And Garrett Olson, I think he was a little surprised to be so wide open. The ball put right on the spot. Gatewood doing a great job of putting it there, but the senior just not quite able to hang on to it.
Looks like he almost overran the ball a little bit. Maybe not. But it was there, though. The pass was there. It seems like it
was there. He wants that one back.
Oh, man.
So, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to him, try to give him some more confidence in himself because he wants that one back. That's all I can say.
Here's an I formation in the shotgun, and it's going to be a give to the running back up the middle, and he may have gotten the 1st down on that play.
And it's going to be close. See where they spot it.
He may be about a yard short. So that's going to bring it down to about the 26-yard line. 4th and less than 1. So obviously they're lining up to go for it, to convert it here. We'll see what Coach Rich Hammond does here on 4th down for Clovis. And the give to the running back trying to power his way through. That's Salas once again, and appears to have made enough forward progress to get that first down.
And depending on where they spot this, we got one referee on the far side looking, he wants to put it at about the 26. The near side referee with the better spot. It's going to be a first down.
Absolutely, yeah. And
he looked like he had the forward progress.
If in doubt, give it to Salas. That's all I can say. I mean, that guy, he's almost automatic.
Right, and this offensive line able to get that big push up front, and 1 yard at that point, you got to know that your team can pick that up.
First down at the 24. Here's Gatewood on the handoff to Salas. On the far side, he's got some room out there, and he manages to move past to almost about the 16-yard line before he's brought down.
And early in this game, there's been really, not one penalty yet. And as far as mistakes go, really small mistakes if there's been any. And just two solid teams. You wonder how they made it here. And after just watching them for a few minutes, I kind of stopped wondering that.
Here's second down on the handoff to Salas. And he gets down to about maybe the 13-yard line.
And both teams mentioned before the game that the other team didn't make mistakes. So they both kind of said the same thing.
Right.
And that's going to reflect exactly how they're playing out there, just mistake-free football. That the drops, like we saw a couple plays ago, those kind of plays are the ones that might be the game changers. I mean, it could take one mistake that's going to turn this one around.
First down. Here's Gatewood setting up the play, man in motion. And it's another handoff to the far side to number 14, the running back. That's Marlon Watkins. And there's a penalty flag on the field, though. We'll see what the call is.
It looked like he got spun around. It might have been a little bit of a face mask. Shouldn't be a personal foul. I don't think it was intentional, and he didn't grab and hold on.
And it's a personal foul. Right? Yes, you're right, John Henry. So that's a big gift from Liberty.
And that's something that they cannot afford to do. And one of those mistakes that we've been talking about, that now all of a sudden Liberty's got their backs up against the wall, and Clovis and the Cougars are knocking at the door.
So with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first quarter of this quarterfinal playoff here, we have the first real scoring thread of the evening, with Clovis now first and goal at the 4.
A little bit of discussion on the field. Referees are making sure everyone's on the same page. That ball is where it's supposed to be.
All right, I guess here we go.
Here we go. All right, little pause.
Little break. Okay, and to give to the handoff Watkins, and that's Salas actually, and for the first time that I can remember, he's thrown for a loss. So lost to about the 5. He loses about a yard on the play.
And Justin Nieto, junior linebacker, jumping in and making a big tackle. That's exactly what they need here in this situation.
Another give to the running back, and he's grabbed down and thrown down at about the 3-yard line.
And Devin Stevenson now, another big tackle. And it's down to the 2-yard line, but third and goal, still only got 2 yards to go.
The Patriot defense beginning to stiffen up a little bit here in the red zone area. So we'll see. They got some new guys in there getting down on the field on the line. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. Timeout, the Liberty Patriots. So with 1:11 left here in the first quarter, there is no score between Clovis and Liberty.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups, like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
So we've got a pretty good home crowd here tonight at La Monica Stadium. We're in Clovis, California. We're bringing you Friday Night Football here on PlayOnSports.com. It's a quarterfinal playoff game between the number one ranked Clovis Cougars against the number 8 ranked Liberty Patriots from Bakersfield. Bakersfield, if you're not familiar if you're not from this area, from the Central Valley, Bakersfield is about 2 hours south of Clovis in the Fresno area.
And I don't think the Patriots wanted to take that timeout, but they had a late running defender trying to get off the field. Wanted to make sure they didn't give the Cougars any more free yards, so a good call by Coach Tony Mills with the timeout.
So we've got a tight formation here on 3rd down and goal, and it's going to be a handoff to Salas. Now there's a couple penalty flags thrown on the field. It could be holding. We'll see what the calls are.
And you got to know that ball's going to Salas. They're trying to bounce him outside, pick up a couple blocks, and you are exactly correct there.
It's a hold, so that's going to bring the ball back.
And you mentioned, I mean, this Patriots defense stiffening up here. I mean, it looks like the Cougars could kind of do what they want and kind of impose their will on 90% of that drive. And now with a little bit of a penalty, something starts going your way. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd down and 12 to get into the end zone. And you've got to imagine they're either going to go to Salas or they're going to go to the air.
Sometimes it seems like offense has more flexibility when they're not so close to the end zone. Maybe they got a little more space on the field to work with. So we'll see how that works out here on 3rd down and 13 for the Cougars with time under 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Here's Gatewood on the rollout to the near side, looking for someone to throw to, and he just throws it out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th down and 13 to go.
Man, and the poise and I mean, you don't see quarterbacks when it's 3rd and goal throwing the ball out of bounds. But I think it was a genius decision by Jake Gatewood. You know, obviously he wants to complete that one, but doing a great job of showing some composure, not throwing that one into the crowd, because you still got a chance for 3 points and you don't want to take that away from your kicker.
Yeah, it seems like the home crowd too doesn't like it either. They want him to go for it, but they're gonna try the field goal here. That's Jake Poindexter on the attempted field goal here. Here's the snap, and the kick is up and good. So, with 43 seconds left in the first quarter, Clovis draws first blood in this quarterfinal Division I playoff game here in Clovis, California. They lead the visiting Liberty Patriots 3-0.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So we had, in the earlier part of the first quarter, you had Liberty on their initial drive of the game. Their possession drive the length of the field essentially to try a field goal that was partially blocked, and then Clovis took over on downs and then drove the length of their side of the field and scored a field goal.
I think both defenses coming up big here early in this first quarter as we're about 40 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to switch sides.
Here's Logan Postal on the kick from the 40. And it's rolling on the ground, picked up at about the 5-yard line, up the middle. That's number 15 for Liberty, and he's dragged down at about the 26-yard line. That was Christian Sinnott on the carry.
And the Cougars home crowd, you mentioned they weren't too happy about going for the field goal call, but Coach Rich Hammond, he knows that this game is not going to be a runaway. They're not going to be able to do whatever they want out there. And this Liberty defense able to step it up. I think Coach Hammond making the smart call of going for the kick. Like you said, draw first blood, and then ask your defense to make a stop.
So the ball is going to be 1st down and 10 at the 26 for Liberty on their second possession of this first quarter. Full house backfield. Here's the snap, and it's a give to the running back. And he gets down to about 30-yard line. Marisol. So it's going to bring up 2nd down.
Patriots on their first drive really doing well with the quick short passes and then kind of switching it up and then going deep, trying to catch the secondary on their heels, but here early doing well with that passing game.
So here's 2nd down and 7. There was 3 yards on that last carry. Here's the give to the running back on the near side, and he stumbles his way to about the 30-yard line. That was Corbin Jounty on the carry.
And Jounty just kind of got tripped up. It looked like his own offensive lineman making a good block, and then he just tripped on his heel, still picking up a few yards, but bringing up a big 3rd down.
And time is running down here in the first quarter. So it's 3-0 in favor of the Clovis Cougars over the Liberty Patriots. We'll return with the start of the second quarter of Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com right after this message.
PlayOnSports.com is not only for Friday Night Football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from all across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. We're starting the second quarter here in LaMonica Stadium, and Liberty now has the ball. And the pass is incomplete from Josh Medina. Intended receiver was Kenny Davis. And the two teams have now switched sides of the field after the end of the first quarter. So now Liberty is on your left side of the screen. They're in the navy blue, red, and silver, while Clovis is on the right side of your screen, and they're in the blue and gold jerseys. So it's going to be 2nd down, make that 4th down, I should say. 4th down and 4 for Liberty. They're back to punt.
And quarterback Medina not too happy with himself after that throw. He knows he had his wide open receiver, just not quite able to connect.
Oh, there might be a little bit too much time taken on that play. There's a whistle, and we'll see what the call is, but I suspect it's going to be too much time. Illegal procedure is the call, so that's going to set the ball back 5 yards. So once again, it brings up 4th down, but just 5 yards back now. Ball now is at the 27-yard line. And back to punt for Liberty is Zach Sullivan, and back deep for Clovis. I'm trying to read that number, but let's see what happens on this kick. And it's almost blocked, but he gets the ball away, and it's a good high kick, taking it about the 38-yard line. There is a penalty on the field now, and there's some running room on the left side, near side, and he's dragged down at about the 43-yard line.
And that was Garrett Olson on the return, almost able to get on the outside and catch that edge. Good coverage by the coverage team for Liberty. Either way, it's pretty decent field position. I mean, if you're about to start a drive and you're Clovis, you're happy to be in this position here. Looks like there's a penalty, though.
There is a penalty. So it's going to be against Clovis. Could be holding. Yes, it is. So that's going to bring the ball back. So that's not where you want to start your next possession.
Yep, I'll take back those words I just said. And instead, you got about 65 yards to go to get in the end zone.
So now the ball is going to be at about the 34-yard line. 1st down and 10. Probably 1st down and 15. Make that 10 yards, excuse me. So first down. Here's the handoff up the middle. Not much room is there, but he gets down to about the 36-yard line. That was Marlon Watkins on the carry.
And I'm not sure if Coach Mills changed something up on the defensive line or maybe put an extra guy in the box or something, but all of a sudden that push that Clovis was getting that on the first drive, they're not getting it anymore, and they're only a 2-yard pickup. That's got to be a success for Liberty's defense.
Second down and 8. Here's a snap and the give to Salas. He gets down to about the 39-yard line. So he gets about maybe 2 yards if he's lucky on that carry. So far we got a pretty conservative game. Not a lot of passing. Both teams are keeping most of the plays on the ground, trying to maybe perhaps get a running game going and then maybe do a little bit of play action and open up the defense that way later in the game. Third down and 5. Here's Gatewood back to pass. He throws it up the middle, but it's deflected and incomplete.
And you just mentioned it, set up the run and then go for the play action throw across the middle. A little bit of a gamble on 3rd and 5, excuse me, but the Liberty defense, again, all of a sudden they flip that switch and they're tough as nails.
They really are, and they're hanging in there. I mean, it was the same kind of game that when we watched Clovis play Clovis North a few weeks back, it was close, and then in the second half, Clovis kind of opened it up on offense and started pulling away, but then Clovis North came back on them.
They're going for it here, Mark.
Yeah, they are going for it.
Oh, I think they heard me.
Oh, here we go.
And now we got a timeout.
Oh, timeout.
All right.
Liberty. So we've got a timeout for Liberty. That's by Tony Mills, the coach. So he doesn't like what he's seeing there. And so with 10:31 left in the second quarter, Clovis is hanging on with a 3-0 lead over Liberty.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. So
we'll see what Coach Hammond will be doing if he's still going to stick to his guns and go for it on 4th down. Risky move with them being in their own side of the field.
And they lined up like they were going to go for it, and then right before the timeout was taken, they kind of shifted back. Maybe it was just to kind of see what Liberty was going to do if they did line up like that. And now they're back to kick.
That's Nick Ortiz back to punt on 4th down. 2 receivers back for Liberty. Here's the kick. It's a high kick, and it's a fair catch. And he lets the ball bounce. It takes a Clovis bounce, and it's down at about the 21-yard line. So not a bad kick when you look at how many yards it rolled.
Right, sometimes it'll bounce and bounce straight up in the air. Sometimes it'll bounce and take another 20, 30-yard roll down the field in your favor. And they're picking up about 10 extra yards on the roll. Now this Clovis defense, they're so solid. We've mentioned it a few times. They don't give up a lot of points, but they also don't score a lot of points. So this is kind of their game. You know, they'd probably be happy with a 3-0 win.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes to go to the next round of the playoffs, more power to them. But if it does get, if it stays like this for most of the game, then you know, like you said at the beginning of the webcast, that whoever makes a mistake, maybe a big mistake at the end, could cost them the game.
Right.
If the other team can capitalize on it. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Liberty. Josh Medina at the center, takes the snap and gives to the running back up the middle, and the Cougars are waiting for him on defense.
And I think this Cougars defense is just as the Patriots were kind of tightening it up in that last drive. You got to imagine that the Cougars are coming out. They're not going to let Josh Medina throw as much as he did in that first drive. Just kind of button down the hatches and make a big stop here.
2nd and 9, 3 down linemen for Clovis. as Medina's at center, throws it to the near side. It's caught. Not much is there as Clovis is waiting for him at the 20, and that's number 3 on the tackle for Clovis, C.J. Broussard.
And Broussard doing a great job of getting off that first blocker and getting to the ball, the senior. And that's one thing we haven't really talked about. Just about every name that we call for this Clovis High School team is a senior, except for Gatewood, the quarterback. And that kind of leadership and that kind of experience out here is invaluable, and that's part of the reason why they're here tonight.
And that could be the difference later tonight.
Right, yep.
So we'll see what they do on third down. Here's the pass to the far side, and is it a reception or did he? No, they're calling it off, incomplete. I thought he might have caught it, but it hit the ground. So it's going to bring up fourth down. So Liberty doesn't make much yardage on that possession. They'll have to kick deep in their own territory.
Yeah, just couldn't really get anything going. Even in our broadcast, I kind of felt like it's like, all right, come on, let's get this drive going, and they weren't able to. Credit the Clovis Cougars and that defense, tough as nails. They're going to get the ball back here.
Zach Sullivan will be doing the punting while Garrett Olson is back deep for Clovis. Ball's at the 21. Oh, a little bit of a strange snap. Good kick.
Great
Sends
kick.
him all the way back to about the 30. And he's got some open space, and he's doing a pretty good job of finding the open field there, and is tackled down at about the 45-yard line. Good run back by Garrett Olson.
Olson doing a great job of evading the first two tacklers. They got off their blocks early and had the kick covered, what it looked like, and just a quick sidestep by Olson, doing a great job of getting those first 5 yards and then finishing with the final 10. But that was a great kick. I think he punted it from about his 10 all the way to the 30. Don't see that a whole lot at this level.
You're watching PlayOnSports.com. Thank you for joining us. We're in Clovis, California, La Monica Stadium. And this is a quarterfinal playoff matchup between the number 1 ranked Clovis Cougars now on offense against the 8th ranked Liberty Patriots now on defense. It'll be first down and 10 for Clovis. Here's the give on the handoff, and it's up the middle, and he powers it up to about the 50-yard line, midfield, I should say. And it's going to make it second down and about 5 to go.
And Marlon Watkins again on that run. It seems like they're kind of splitting time between him and Salas for the running duties. Gatewood back to pass just a few times, more so in that first drive, but really leaning on their running game.
That is the strength of the Cougar offense, that running game, yeah. Salas and Watkins. Okay, there's going to be a timeout on Clovis' side, on Clovis' side of the field. So with 8:09 left here in the second quarter of this quarterfinal playoff match between Clovis, which is leading 3-0, we'll take this quick timeout.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So it's going to be second down and 6 at midfield. Both squads playing it close to the vest so far. A few passes. There was that one pass that Clovis made that was off the hands of the receiver, right in his hands, and that was about the closest any team got to a touchdown at this point. So here's the play action going deep down the middle of the field. He's open, and he overthrows his receiver. Unbelievable. So
and Gatewood I think he got a little too excited there.
Yeah, he really did.
He saw Garrett Olson come out of his break, and Olson's got some speed. He was the one in the back of the end zone that wasn't quite able to handle that touchdown pass, but there again, he had no chance of getting under that one as Gatewood just laid it out there.
Seems to be a little off. Well, he was off on that play. The previous play in the end zone on the other side of the field, I think was more on the receiver. But this one, he was wide open, the receiver.
Yep,
I mean, beat his man. Here's the scramble by Gatewood, and he's got nowhere to run. He just throws it away, and they're saying that it was not intentional grounding.
An impressive job by Gatewood. Again, I mean, we've already mentioned that earlier play where he threw that ball out of bounds when it was 3rd down and goal, but here just doing an unbelievable job of staying on his feet and trying to get that ball out there to the near side, but he was just happy to get rid of it and not get sacked, because then you're sitting at 4th and 15.
And the Patriots are showing some good play on the defensive side of the ball, both in the red zone and in the middle of the field there. So it's going to be 4th down. Here's the 4th down punt. And it's a good kick. There's a fair catch called. And it's caught and down at about the 14-yard line. So Liberty will be taking over deep in their own territory with 7:49 left in the half.
And the last few drives for both of these teams just kind of going back and forth,
Right.
feeling each other out, not taking too many chances, one here and there. But I think the big difference between that first drive for Clovis is the way that the Patriots have really stepped up that defensive line. All of a sudden, like we said, they flipped the switch and said, all right, that's enough of you driving.
So 1st down and 10 for Liberty. Here's Medina with the play action, and he's going deep on the far side, and it's off the fingertips of the wide receiver, incomplete.
Kenny Davis showing some speed on that far side. Number 1, the intended receiver, the senior, just flying up that line, able to outrun the safety, but the ball was just a bit underthrown. He had to come back just a little bit to make a play on it, and was able to get a hand, but not the ball.
That's going to bring up 2nd down. And lining up on the near side is Tyson Brewer, as you've got now a full house backfield with Medina. He hands it off up the middle, and there's a gain of about maybe 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Neville's on the tackle.
This Clovis defense again, another 3rd and long for the Patriots, and they haven't, I mean, taken that shot down the field. If you don't get it, it sets up that 2nd and 10, and even if you do get 5 yards like they just did, you still got 5, 6 more to go for a 1st down. It's definitely not 4th down territory, so you need a 1st down here, or else Clovis is going to get the ball back, and you can only stop him so many times.
Here's Medina keeping the ball on a design play, and he tries to run it up the field, and he gets to about the 24-yard line.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
He kind of just lowered his head, and he was not thinking about sliding there.
No.
He goes, I'm not trying to protect anything. I'm trying to pick up a 1st down. He lowered his head and dragged 2 defenders about 2 yards, and he got 1 extra yard than he needed. Man, talk about determination. Josh Medina doing it himself on the designed quarterback keeper.
1st down for the Patriots as they try to get on the scoreboard before the end of the first half. Here's Medina back to pass. Out of the backfield, there's a penalty flag, could be holding, and he takes it up to about the 26-yard line.
A little bit of a screen, trying to run it to that far side on the play action, and
holding.
And it's going to be holding.
Another holding.
That's tough. That's one of those plays that takes a little bit longer to develop, and you're asking your offensive line to do a little bit more, and sometimes that's when those arms get extended and you grab a little jersey.
So they're going to place the ball now at about the, call it about the 11-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 22. Wow. That's
a tough break. I'm not sure how it turned into 1st down at 22. Is it 10 yards from the spot of the foul? Okay.
I'm just going off the scoreboard, so maybe I'm wrong too. Who knows? And so the ball is taken out to about the 16, but not nearly enough for that 1st down yet. First down marker is about the 35-yard line.
I mean, the Patriots have had a tough enough time getting 10 yards in 4 downs.
Really?
Now all of a sudden you need 22 yards, and it really feels like a lot, I'm sure, out there.
So both teams grinding it out here on the turf.
Really flying through this game. Only 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Here's the handoff. Oh, and he stumbles and he's down. Unbelievable. That was Anthony Mariscal on the play.
And Nick Ortiz getting into the middle linebacker. Looked like the running back had gotten past him, but Ortiz just kind of put an arm out and went for the trip, and it worked. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time.
3rd and 21, so we'll see. Maybe it's just going to be a matter of, at this point in the half, a battle of field position, or if they're really going to open it up here and try to convert. So we'll watch what they do here on 3rd down. 3 down linemen for Clovis. Here's another running play. And there's some good yardage there, but not nearly enough for that 1st down, so they'll have to kick.
And you mentioned it, kind of a back and forth battle, just a war of attrition almost. Who's gonna give up first? You know,
exactly.
Who's gonna get tired first? Who's gonna run out of ammo? And this middle of the field is just getting worn out.
So back to punt is Zach Sullivan for the Patriots. And back deep, it looks like Garrett Olson for the Cougars. Less than 4.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. And he gets the kick off. Good kick, booming kick. Wow. And it sends the ball all the way back, takes a Liberty roll all the way down to about the almost the 18-yard line.
And don't check my math on this, but I think the flight of the ball from foot to where they downed it, that was like 72 yards.
That's incredible. That's
unbelievable.
That's boy, I wonder if there's any NFL scouts out here today. I mean, let alone Division I college football.
Right?
So a good kick.
Great kick. Speaking of college football, I had the chance to speak with Clovis High's, sorry, 1 second here. My fault. I'm going to actually finish that story in between plays here.
So here's the Cougars back on offense, and it's a handoff. No, it's a play action, but he doesn't have any time to throw, and he's running for his life and throws it out of bounds. And that's that play never really developed, actually.
No, good coverage in the secondary for Liberty. And nowhere to go. Gatewood looking for someone, and again doing the smart thing, throwing the ball out of bounds. And in this situation, now it's only 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 15 or 20, taking the sack.
Exactly, especially in a close game like this, John Henry. It's you don't want to make any mistakes because it's so close right now. One mistake could cost you the game, actually, in a playoff game to boot.
And what I was going to say is I had the chance to speak with Cole Mazza of the Patriots, and he's a senior out there, one of the captains of this team. They lost him a few weeks ago. He's got a broken wrist. Mazza's going to be headed to Alabama to be their long snapper. I mean, what an opportunity. What a team to be playing for. Straight out of California, just heading off to Alabama.
That's awesome.
Great.
Oh, a nice little run play up the middle. Gets about maybe 4 yards on the carry. So Salas on the carry.
Man, this is like the most 3rd downs I've seen in a half.
Really?
It seems like every time there's
I know.
2 runs, and they get 5 or 6 yards, and then it brings up a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 2.
We'll see what Coach Hammond has up his sleeve here as time is running down here in the first half of play. Their team is only up by 3 points, and I think the home crowd wants to see some fireworks if they can here before the end of the first half. There's going to be a timeout on the field called by Coach Hammond. So with 3:14 left here in the 2nd quarter of this quarterfinal playoff, Clovis leads Liberty 3-0.
PlayOn Sports is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
So we've got less than 3.5 minutes left. I wonder if he's going to try something. I mean, we haven't seen any gadget plays really yet or anything like that. Everything's been pretty much run and maybe a little bit of play action. There's been a couple of passes, though, that Clovis has attempted that were in the early going of the game off the fingertips of the receiver in the back of the end zone, and then the wide open receiver on the other side of the field that was overthrown. So
Garrett Olson, both times, they're going to keep targeting him with his speed, and I'd put money on it. He's not gonna drop anymore.
So Clovis showing definitely a pass formation here on third down, trying to make something happen here, make the home crowd happy. And he does the old trick of Rooney there and gives it on a handoff to Solis. He's got some running room, and he almost breaks it, and he's still on his feet. Unbelievable. Adrian Solis breaking several tackles all the way up to the 45-yard line.
That was amazing. What a run. Put that one on the highlight tape.
Absolutely. He's such a dangerous player when he gets the ball. He can make something happen at any given time during the game.
And I guess you got to say that was a good timeout called by Coach Rich Hammond, calling his guys over and saying, this one's going to Salas, and he's going to run us 30 yards down the field, not to mention a first down. They want some points before this half ends, some more points.
Well, he almost had some points there on that run, John Henry. He only had that one last guy to beat,
right.
And he definitely almost broke it there, but good enough on the play, so it's going to be first down and 10 at the 44 for Clovis. Here's Gatewood looking to pass. No one there. He's taking it himself to the near side. He's got some pretty good legs out there. Looks like Colin Kaepernick there on the near sideline. Takes it out all the way down to about the 28-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 again for the Cougars.
And he was looking again for Garrett Olson, number 23, who's been the main target for those big plays coming across on the post route from the other side of the field. Good coverage, though, by the secondary of the Patriots. Either way, Clovis able to pick up the first down thanks to Jake Gatewood.
So the Cougars showing a little more urgency now as we near the end of the first half, and they go up the middle again, but not much room is there. Gain to about maybe the 26-yard line. Solis on the carry.
I kind of feel like we're in the bottom of the fourth inning in a baseball game or something. It's 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth.
Exactly.
I don't remember the last time we've gone into halftime 3-0, and Clovis wants to make a little bit of a statement, put some more breathing room out there, and make it 10-0.
It's that ground game, you know.
Right. Yeah.
They need to hit a home run, maybe. Here's Solis. He gets the ball and again takes it out to about the 24-yard line. Now there's less than 2.5 minutes left. So they still got a couple minutes to make something happen here. I'm sure they want to maybe score with just a few seconds left on the clock so they can take a decent lead into the locker room at halftime over Liberty.
And Watkins goes out there to relieve Solis, let him get a little bit of a breather.
Here's the handoff up the middle, and that is Marlon Watkins. He's buried, and still no time is called here. They're letting the ball or the time run down here. And they're just taking their time, really. They're not, I mean, there is no huddle being called, but nevertheless, they're just kind of like walking up to the line of scrimmage. But they're deep in Liberty
and they're going
territory.
For it.
They're going to go for it on fourth down and almost jump there on the defensive side from Liberty. Now there's going to be a timeout called by Clovis.
I think that's what Coach Hammond was hoping for. He was hoping for a jump and an easy first down. Instead, he's got the tough judgment call now. What do you do, kick or go for it?
And you're watching PlayOnSports.com. It's Friday Night Football coming to you live from Clovis, California.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups, like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to PlayOnSports.com/SBP. So
this is a pretty crucial play here late in the second quarter. If they convert and make the first down, then they're an excellent opportunity. They're in an excellent area of the field to make something happen here before the first half winds down. Otherwise, they may have to go for the field goal.
And they're in an interesting formation here. And they are going for it on fourth down.
Now what?
Then we're going to get another timeout on the other side of the field.
Yes, okay. Dueling timeout, so play is called here. I mean, a timeout is called, I should say, for Liberty.
And I think it's like the coach is not overcoaching, but just doing a good job of making sure they got the right guys in there.
Right.
They know, and every guy knows exactly what his responsibility is. So I think, some people might say, it's kind of lagging along here as we're almost entering halftime. But I think good coaching by Tony Mills and Rich Hammond out there calling, as you mentioned, dueling timeouts. I like it.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, if they can get a stop and keep Clovis from scoring, that would be huge for Liberty, down by only 3 points at this point.
And I'm a little confused. I mean, Gatewood's not out there. Watkins isn't out there. Solis isn't out there. Who's going to get the ball here? It looks like C.J. Broussard is lined up to take a snap in like a shotgun position.
That's right. Or like a wildcat or something. He's going to
Oh
dunk it over the
goodness.
middle, and it's wide open. Touchdown, Clovis. Nick Neville's on the touchdown reception. He was wide open on the pass up the middle. That was by Watkins, right?
Yeah, it was or Broussard, I believe.
Oh, okay, Broussard. That's
C.J.
right.
Broussard, the senior wide receiver, coming in for the pass. And we'll have to check the stats, but that might be his first touchdown pass of the year. Neville's might be his first touchdown reception of the year.
So here's the attempt on the extra point by Jake Poindexter. Low snap, kick is away, and good. So with 1:09 left here in the second quarter of this Division I quarterfinal playoff between Clovis and Liberty, the Cougars now lead the Patriots 10-0 here on PlayOnSports.com.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So Coach Hammond digging into his bag of tricks, pulls out the scoring play by way of a pass from C.J. Watson to Nick Nevels, who was wide open in the middle of the field for an easy score.
I think you were meant to say C.J. Broussard.
Oh, C.J. Broussard.
Got to get that credit because
Exactly.
that's the first time that anyone's called that all year. We've confirmed it. Broussard was with his first passing touchdown of the year, and Nevels with his third reception, but first for a touchdown. What, you've been holding on to that one all year, Coach, and all of a sudden, when do you bring it out? Right now.
It's the playoffs.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, here's the ensuing kickoff from Clovis at the 40. That's Logan Poisel on the kick, and ball is taken at about the 40, and he's run out of bounds at about the 41. So there'll be 1:07 left for Liberty to answer that touchdown. They still have not gotten on the scoreboard, but now's the time if they wanted to at least have something good to,
Right.
have something to feel good about going into the locker room at the half.
You don't want to come out of the locker room down 10, and the only way to do that is to put some points up on the board here. I think you want to go back to throwing the ball because of the time and because of your success you had at the beginning of this game. Liberty got to drive down the field.
Here's Medina looking to pass, under pressure, down the middle of the field, but no one is there in time. Incomplete. Intended receiver was, Anthony Mariscal.
Right. Dangerous throw, kind of right down the middle of the field and just out of reach of
almost like a double
everybody.
covered type of.
Yeah. Release, and the safety picks him up. Either way, it's going to bring up a second down, but I think a good play call by Coach Mills, and I think they're going to stick with the air here.
So we've got 4 down linemen for Clovis, so they're bringing the heat now. They know what the Patriots are going to do. I mean, they have to try something, try to get on the scoreboard. And it's a give to the running back in the middle, off tackle, and he gets down good yardage to about the 49-yard line.
That was Jounty. He's been so solid getting the call on most of the runs.
So now they go to a no huddle. Play is being called in by Coach Tony Mills. Here's Medina at center. First down and 10.
On the generous spot there.
Yes.
Gave him the first down.
Oh, and he downs it. Try to save some time.
And I guess the thinking is you've got under a minute. You've only got the opportunity to run a limited number of plays, so you're not losing too much by spiking that one. It's going to bring up a second down, but with that run, it brings up that situation. Even if you do get the first down, you kind of have to lose a down, even because you got to stop that clock.
So here's second down. There's another whistle and a penalty, maybe a legal procedure. And it is legal procedure against Liberty, so that doesn't really help the cause.
No, that's inexcusable. You can't be making mistakes like that when you've got 51 seconds to go 54 yards.
Second down and 15. Here's the pass, and it's caught and run out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
And Tyson Brewer running a perfect route out there, a little timing play. The ball was already in the air as he comes out of his cut. And now they're going to talk a little bit about the clock. I think they might put a couple seconds back on. Either way, it's got to be kind of frustrating if you're Liberty and all of a sudden there's a stoppage here, there's a penalty there. You're trying to get some momentum going.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
It's got to be frustrating because Medina's doing a good job of getting the ball where it needs to be and keep the play going, keep the momentum going. Let's go, let's go.
And I would think with 47 seconds left, this is 4-down territory. I mean, at this point.
Of course, yep.
So here we go back to action here. Third down, he's looking to pass, trying to find a receiver. No one's there, so he tries to take the ball, and he dumps it off to the running back on the right side, and he's taken down about the 40. That was Corbin Jounty on the reception, kind of like a safety valve.
Yeah, great little broken play. Good job by Medina picking up 9.
All right, clock is winding down. Less than 25 seconds left here in the first half. Liberty trying to get on the scoreboard, something to hang their hat on. Here's Medina throwing in the middle of the field. It's taken at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Liberty! Kenny Davis breaking free on the right side, near side, takes it in for the touchdown.
Wow. I mean, wow. What a pass. The danger zone, that's kind of where you don't want to pass the ball over the middle when you've got coverage. There were probably 3 or 4 defenders in that area. Kenny Davis, we've said his name a few times tonight, finally kind of breaking out, getting some stats, getting some points. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a game. Only 9.5 seconds left to play in the first half.
And that stuns the home crowd.
Right, it's quiet.
Less than 10 seconds, what a score. Here's the extra point. It's up.
Oh, no.
And it's no good. He misses it. Unbelievable. Oh.
We've talked about mistakes, and after such a great play like that, you don't want to. Either way, it is what it is.
So they're going to have 2 scores now instead of just 1 to tie the game up.
A lot of football left, though. That's
yes,
for sure.
9.5 seconds left, technically, in the first half of play. It's now Clovis leading Liberty 10-6 here in the quarterfinal Division I playoff game. You're watching PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
And you could just feel like the wind was just sucked out of the crowd here at LaMonica Stadium with that touchdown run and catch from Kenny Davis.
The whole game, there's been a little bit of a buzz, you know, the roar here and there. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can hear it over the microphone. It is quiet over here.
Yes. So here's the ensuing kickoff from Liberty. Zach Solon with the honors. And you've got one man way deep for Clovis. Here's the kick, and it's a good kick. It's going to be out of the end zone for a touchback.
So looks like we're gonna have one more play here, and it's gonna be the 20-yard line. I think the way that Rich Hammond has been calling this game for Clovis, he might just ask the guys to take a knee. Let's get into the locker room. Let's rebuild that energy that we took the whole time to build up, and in one play you kind of, like you mentioned, take the wind out of the sails.
So Liberty really answered when they had to, and they definitely put up a pretty good answer there on the scoreboard. So it's going to be a pretty good game going down the stretch here in the second half coming up.
I wouldn't doubt it. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, so first down and 10 for Clovis, but they're in shotgun. And no one's open. He's running for his life now, trying to find somebody open. No one is. He just runs it out of bounds with 2 seconds left in the half.
Oh, we're going to have one more play, it looks like. I am kind of surprised that they're...
Yeah, me too.
They're going for it here, but... Okay, so now you get one more play.
So...
run the guys down the sidelines.
Is he going to unload it? I mean, no fear.
We've seen Gatewood with quite the arm.
Yes.
Overthrown a couple of his guys tonight, and...
He can run with the ball. It looks like a Colin Kaepernick at times running with the ball for the 49ers, you know, that kind of thing. So
hey, whatever gets the job done.
Exactly. I mean, it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we got a really tight formation. Looks like they're just going to take a knee here and run up the clock, and that's what they do. So with the gun ending the first half of play, that is the end of the first half of play, with the Clovis Cougars leading the Liberty Patriots in this Division I quarterfinal playoff by a score of 10-6. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com halftime show, coming to you from La Monica Stadium in Clovis, California. I'm Mark Espinoza, alongside John Henry. Our halftime score is the Clovis Cougars 10 and the Liberty Patriots 6 in this Division I quarterfinal playoff game here at La Monica Stadium in Clovis, California. John Henry, we have a pretty good game so far. Both teams, for the most part, in the first half of play, played it pretty close to best. A lot of running play, some play action. And then we had some quick scores late in the second quarter. You had Clovis late in the second quarter jumping out to a 10-0 lead finally. But then late in the second quarter, you had that quick pass there at the end from Liberty, and the ball caught by Kenny Davis, and he beat his man on a man coverage into the end zone. So what do you see coming up into the second half of play?
Well, it seems like Liberty has been quite successful passing the ball. I mean, that's how they scored their points. And I'll keep going back to it. I know I've said it a few times, but that first drive that they had, they were very successful going with the 5-6 yard routes, and Medina able to put that ball on the money. I'd like to see that's his 15th touchdown of the year, and I'm sure he's over 100 yards, just about 100 yards maybe for this game, but he's been really the key to keeping in this game. And then on the other side of the ball, Gatewood doing a great job of putting the ball where it needs to be, but they're kind of leaning on their run game, and Adrian Salas and Marlon Watkins, who are basically splitting the time, putting their work in and doing work in the trenches.
And there really hasn't been any turnovers yet. We've had one field goal attempt by Liberty that was partially blocked. But other than that, it's been a pretty error-free game. A few penalties here and there, but nothing major. And but yes, you're right about Salas. He is the workhorse for Clovis. And actually, there were a couple of times, like you may have mentioned, that they had a couple of good looks in the end zone, right, where the ball went off the receiver's hands, and then also he was wide open. I think that wasn't that Broussard? That was.
I believe it was Garrett Olson, 23 on both of those.
That's right. That's right. And so other than that, it's been a pretty well-played first half. So we'll see what comes up. But I'm thinking that both teams should open it up. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my guns. Liberty, if they can open it up a little more, go through the air, and get a little bit of success, they're going to be right back in this game. And Clovis, I mean, look at the way they scored their touchdown. The quarterback pass from C.J. Broussard to the tight end Nick Nevels with their first touchdown pass and reception of the year. Like we said, whatever it takes, Clovis kind of not lulls you to sleep with the run, but it just pounds you, and then all of a sudden they line up in a different formation, take all their guys that their stars off the field, and say, here, you guys put it in, and that's something that you can't even prepare for. You got to ask somebody to make a play on that ball.
And that was a great play call by Coach Rich Hammond on that one.
Genius.
That's going to do it for the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Friday Night Football will return in just a few moments with the start of the second half right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. You're watching PlayOnSports.com's presentation of Friday Night Football live from Clovis, California. I'm Mark Espinoza with John Henry. The Clovis Cougars lead the Liberty Patriots 10-6 as we get ready to start the second half of action in this Division I quarterfinal playoff game. Here's the kickoff on the second half. Clovis is receiving. Ball's taken right at about the 2-yard line and get some daylight, but not much more than that. And he's taken down at about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Cougars deep in their own territory to start the second half.
And the Cougars, whether they have to go 70 or 80 or now 90 yards to get into the end zone, they've got to try to put this game away and get on the board early, because this Patriots team, if you let them kind of hang around, you can see what happened at the end of that first half.
Absolutely.
And a quick update for you. The winner of this game gets the winner of Bakersfield Central, who are playing right now. Central's up 28-7 in the third quarter. And so it looks like it's going to be Central for the winner of this game tonight.
And no doubt Liberty would like to play their rival from Bakersfield. So we'll see what happens here as we start the second half of play. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Here's a handoff over right tackle, and it's a good run all the way up to about the 21-yard line. So an excellent running play on first down from scrimmage.
And Marlon Watkins getting the call early for the first play of the second half, and a great run there. Liberty's got to do a better job of taking him down at first contact, because he got an extra 6 yards because they couldn't wrap up.
So here's first down and 10 for Clovis. Another handoff to Watkins, and he takes it again up to about the 27, 28-yard line before he's pulled down. Second down coming up.
And the first two plays from Clovis, staying on the ground, sticking to their guns. Coach Hammond, he knows what works for these boys. He knows what they're good at. Why not stick with it? I'm sure they're going to throw now because I said that.
They could. I mean, here we go with Gatewood in the shotgun. And he hands it off to Watkins one more time. And Watkins gets some running room, and he gets pulled down, but not before he gets to about the 33-yard line. Nice run.
And Watkins, I don't know what they gave him to eat at halftime, but man, 3 strong runs there, picks up 2 first downs. He's going to go take a break as Salas comes in to replace him. Man, I don't know who I'd rather be playing defense against, Watkins or Salas, because neither one is a guy that I'd like to try to tackle.
It's a power running game from the Cougars that keeps the ball moving down the field. Here's Salas now taking his turn with the ball, and he runs it up to about the 44-yard line.
And Clovis just, it's a little too easy for them. The Patriots are looking exactly like they did the first drive of the first half, when Clovis was able to just drive down, get a big push up front from their linemen, and then they obviously got a little stronger at the end of that drive. But here they've got to step up and stop this drive.
Here's the ball taken by Gatewood, and he's under pressure, takes a little bit of a running route to the far side, make that near side, runs and throws it long and down the left sideline, incomplete.
And they're good pressure, but also good coverage in the secondary. Gatewood just nowhere to go, no target to be found. But a very manageable third down coming up here, and I'd be willing to put money on the fact that Salas is going to be touching this ball.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yep.
So as a result, there's 4 down linemen for Liberty, and here's Salas, as you might expect, and he easily gets that first down, and he's rustled down to the turf at about the 48-yard line for the first down. Clovis has some good beef on the offensive line. Most of the offensive linemen are well over 220 pounds, and the majority of which are seniors, so it's a very veteran offensive line, and possibly could be, wearing down that defensive line from Liberty.
Yeah, they've got to find an answer for this run game.
Here's Watkins, and there's a whistle that could be against the offense, as I'm guessing it's probably like some kind of illegal procedure.
Think they're going to back this one up, do you?
That's a timeout, actually. There was a timeout called before the ball was snapped, apparently. So it wasn't a penalty, so it was actually a timeout by Liberty. So with 9:44 left here in the early going of the second quarter, Clovis leads Liberty 10-6 on PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the most comprehensive place for coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from all across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports live here.
So first down and 10 here. Clovis trying to add to their lead. They lead 10-6. And near the end of the first half, you had Liberty scoring on that nice catch and run from their wide receiver, Kenny Davis, but they failed to make the extra point. So now that means that if Liberty wants to make a comeback of sorts, they'll have to have two scores because they missed the extra point, so that's why there's a 10-6 score. But now Clovis has the ball, first down and 10, with Gatewood handing off to Watkins, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage, but he does manage to get some positive yards on the play. He gets about maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Watkins isn't a guy that you can bring down with an arm tackle, and he's shown that on the few runs that he's had early in the second half. Marlon Watkins just running through arm tackles, and like you said, should have been for a loss in the backfield. Instead, picks up a positive 3 yards.
So here's Gatewood with Adrian Salas behind him in the backfield, and he fakes the handoff to Salas. Now he's running, trying to find somebody open, and he can definitely make things happen as he runs. And the ball is caught, actually, miraculously. I don't know how he got the ball off, but the receiver was there helping him. And the ball taken out to about the 39-yard line.
That's Jake Poindexter coming back to get that ball. That's a broken play all the way, and Poindexter, realizing that there was a little bit of open space, picked up a few yards, and it was only 4 yards, I think, but it's a big 4 yards because it brings up 3rd and 3 now instead of 3rd and 7.
Here's the handoff to Salas, and he gets away from one man, but he can't get away from the other, and he's run out of bounds. Maybe no gain on the play. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
And those Liberty Pilots, all of a sudden, after that timeout that Tony Mills called, the coach for the Patriots, they stepped it up. I don't know. I'm not sure what he said, but all of a sudden, it's 4th and 3 after Clovis was able to march about 50 yards, 40 yards down the field with really no problem. All of a sudden, it's like they're running into a wall now.
Right. They just tighten up. They just seem to make the stops when they have to.
And right now they need to stop. 4th down.
Oh. And it looks like it's going to be encroachment by Liberty. And that's going to give them the first down.
And they've lined up like that before in a similar situation in the first half. The Cougars coming out and just there was no intention of snapping that ball, I don't think. Last time they came out, and the Patriots did a good job of staying still, but the Cougars able to force them with the encroachment, and really inexcusable, just a little too excited
really
out there.
Yeah, it's one thing to be tough on defense, though. It's another thing to be over-anxious.
Right, yeah, you got to be smart out there.
And that cost them a first down there. So here's Salas with the handoff, and he spins his way and mows down a couple of would-be tacklers down to about the 27-yard line. So another good run by Salas. And that's what Clovis does best. They run the ball, and they just have that ball control offense, no huddle offense now, with Gatewood being a really smart quarterback out there using all of his tools. And now he's rolls out, throws a little throwback to the left side, and it's taken by Nick Nevels.
Oh, he took that.
And he gets down to, now let's see what they call it, down to about the 20-yard line.
And Nick Nevels, not the fastest guy out there, but 6'3", 245.
Very nimble.
Man, if you see that guy coming at you with the ball in his hands, hey, what are you doing? They tried to tackle him, and he barely stepped out of bounds. Wish we could get a close-up of that one because, man, he was close to staying in bounds and going all the way.
He really has good balance for a big guy, too. I mean,
very
you
impressive.
can see it on the field. So first down and 10 for Clovis in their initial drive of this second half. Here's Watkins, powers his way all the way down to about the 8-yard line. So maybe that offensive line of Clovis is beginning to pay dividends here in the later stages of this game, wearing down that Liberty defensive line.
And Salas came out a few plays ago, and Watkins went in, but I was trying to keep an eye on him. He was kind of shaking his left arm, maybe just got a helmet right on the forearm or something, trying to shake it off. We'll keep you updated on that.
Here's Gatewood to Watkins, and he manages to get to about the, say about the 5-yard line. So first down and goal, actually. Well, it's going to be second down, market.
And this is where Liberty really tightened up in that first half. First and goal, second and goal. It's like they kind of wake up and say, oh, wait, we got to play some football here. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Watkins, wide open here, and he's got a couple guys to beat, and he beats him. Clovis, touchdown. Just a nice little toss, semi-toss, I guess, to the left side, and he just had a couple men to beat. That's all that was out there, really, on the left side, and he gets into the end zone.
Yeah, the Patriots put a couple extra guys in the box on that one, anticipating a run right up the middle, up the gut. Instead, Coach Hammond calling the outside run on the near side here, getting to the outside and punching it into the end zone, striking first in the second half.
And here's Poindexter for the extra point, and it's up and good. So with 6:30 left in the third quarter here at LaMonica Stadium in this Division I quarterfinal playoff, Clovis extends their lead over Liberty 17-6.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
So a very nice drive by Clovis on their initial possession of the third quarter. It's definitely puts the pressure now on Liberty, so now they've dropped 11 points behind now in this third quarter. They've got some work to do. So it just makes you think that Coach Mills will have to start maybe take some more chances out there, John Henry.
Yeah, and you look back at that last drive, the Cougars just kind of imposing their will, marching down the field, eating up 5.5 minutes off the clock. And the Patriots at one point had the Cougars' backs up against the wall with, it was 4th and 4, right at about just over midfield. So it was out of range for a field goal, but jumping in, and they had an encroachment call, jumped a little early, and that led to the touchdown. We talked about mistakes, and that's a big one on that last drive.
Here's Bossell with the kick. It's a line drive taken to about the 12-yard line up the middle, and he's finally dragged down at about the 34-yard line. That was Christian Sinnott on the carry. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Liberty as they try to get back on the scoreboard. They had that late score by way of Kenny Davis on that nice catch and run on the right sideline, but they're still looking to score some more points here.
Did want to mention that Salas is back on the field. The defense this time, but he's looking to be just fine, so no worries there.
Here's Medina in the shotgun, definitely looking to pass. Finds somebody on the left flat, but it's over the head of the receiver, incomplete.
And they lined up trips right to the near side, trying to isolate. I think that was number 25, Anthony Mariscal. The intended receiver just couldn't quite make the play on the ball.
So second down and 10, ball is at the 35, 6:21 left in the third quarter. Stacked on the right side with wide receivers, but they give it to Mariscal on the running play, or make that Corbin Jaunty on the carry.
And Jaunty, who's used to getting 134 yards per game this first half for the Patriots, only able to get 30 yards in their rushing game. They've got to do a better job there, and if that's not working, got to go to the air more.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do next here, John Henry, on 3rd down and 6. They got to try something. Here's Medina up the middle, and it's deflected, incomplete, so they'll have to kick.
Middle linebacker Nick Ortiz. That one slipped right through his hands. He wants that one back. Man, could you imagine if there's an interception there?
Oh,
that would be tough for the Patriots
huge.
to come back from.
Huge, yeah. And there hasn't been any turnovers yet. So,
right.
You know, I mean, Liberty is still in the game. It's just that they need to score again, and they need to stop Clovis on those long drives, especially running the ball. Here's the punt, and it's a shank. Actually, it only goes to about the 40, and then bounces back on a Clovis roll and down at about the 47, 48-yard line. So
and Clovis is the kind of team, we talked about it, they're so solid. They haven't really made major mistakes that have cost them. They're just running their game. They're not doing anything different than they did the first half, but you see, you know, we're getting into the later parts of the game. They just had a 5.5-minute drive, and the Patriots, their defense, I'm sure it's starting to get a little warm out there for them, and they're getting a little tired. But they've got to figure out a way to kind of tighten up.
Right.
Because if you go down to this Clovis offense and defense anymore, it's going to be a tough comeback, especially because you only squeezed 6 points out of that first half.
Yeah, Clovis, they can put up some points in a hurry, and
right.
They showed that in that big game a few weeks ago against Clovis North. So they definitely have the firepower, but you know, they're showing a lot of patience on the ground, especially when you have a tandem of Watkins and Salas in the backfield. You can afford to have that luxury. And but they show pass as there's a shotgun, but then it's given to the running back on the near side. And that's Garrett Olson, actually.
Olson again, showing a little bit of speed, trying to get outside on that sweep. Couldn't quite do it. Good coverage there. Sticking with their assignments on the defensive side of the ball.
You got 5 yards, so it's
still
going to be 2nd down and 5. Yeah, absolutely. So Clovis showing a little versatility here on offense, showing some of their little toys out here. And it's a give to the running back up the middle, and he gets down to about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line.
Watkins, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he might be the toughest and might be the fastest as well. I mean, it didn't look like there was really anything there. Instead, he took on 2 or 3 defenders that look twice his size, and he's able to push forward and pick up the first.
That's the thing about the Clovis offense. It
right.
just has that, you know, it's methodical, and before you know it, they have another first down, and then they score.
Yep.
So here they are again up the middle, and it's given to Watkins. And he gets down to about the 43-yard line.
And you spoke a little bit about the Watkins-Salas tandem, that luxury that Clovis has. It seems like they'll give Watkins the ball for 3 plays, just run him up the middle, and then they'll put Salas in there for 3 plays, run him up the middle, and it's just first down, 3-4 yards, first down, and it's so tough to stop, so methodical, like you said.
And it's given to Garrett Olson on the other side of the field as he runs across and manages to get down to about the 35-yard line. So you can see Garrett Olson as he runs from the other side of the field all the way and gets the ball, and it's like, you know, maybe that's the guy they're going to give the ball to, and they still have a hard time stopping him.
Right.
So here's the play being called from Coach Hammond. Olson now is going to be lining up on the far side. And here's Salas behind the quarterback. And it's give to Olson, I believe, on the carry, or Salas. So it's going to be bringing up second down and 4.
And it looks like the Patriots have put an extra guy or two in the box, kind of anticipating the run. And I'm sure Coach Hammond has an eye as soon as they bring up, or as soon as they kind of overcommit, he might try to dump something long.
Here's the give to Olsen once again. And he's been carrying the ball a lot lately with a lot of success, but this time he's stopped for a no gain, really.
And he's picking up 2, 3, 4 yards on each play, but he's running like 40 yards
I know.
across the field. And
like wind sprints.
Yeah, back and forth. And he's got to be like, Coach, come on, give me a break. Actually, he's probably not saying that. He probably wants the ball every time.
Yeah,
most of these guys out there,
definitely.
they're gamers.
Exactly. Exactly. So Gatewood fakes the pass, gives it to Salas.
And depending on the spot here, preliminarily, it looks a little short of the first. Talking about that Patriots defense kind of tightening up when they need to. And it's going to be 4th down and looks about like 2 to go. And now you're sitting at the Patriots and you're saying, okay, let's go. This is a very positive stand right here, and they just need to make one more big play.
Right. Yeah, this is another key play here. If they can convert on this, this could be the beginning of the end of Liberty. And they may have gotten that first down. They do, apparently.
Salas, if he touches the ball, you got to imagine it's going to be a first down. And it is.
Keeps the drive alive.
Salas running hard, like it's the first play of the game still. Unbelievable.
Clovis,
and he's going to get a break.
Yeah. Clovis definitely now in control of this game with another fresh first down here. Deep into Liberty territory.
We're almost through the third quarter also.
Here's Gatewood to Watkins. Oh, and he's just hit. He's just like plastered on the field there. Big hit,
wow.
Big hit.
Credit
Boy.
Devin Stevenson, who's had a pretty solid game at cornerback.
That was textbook.
Yep.
That was like,
I don't know. There's like no words to put to something like that. Hope everybody saw that one because
man, that was
can't describe it.
Unbelievable. And I'm surprised he even got up from that one.
He got up quickly too.
Wow. Tough kid. Here's Gatewood in the shotgun with Watkins behind him. And he's going to pass up the middle. Again, the receiver is open, but he throws it behind him. Incomplete. Wow.
Garrett Olsen again, finding his way in between 2 defenders. Not the best throw from Gatewood. I'm surprised he even got a hand on it, but I'm not even going to say it because Olsen knows what I'm going to say. Second time he's found himself in the end zone. Got to be frustrating.
So you've got what appears to be a semi-gassed Liberty defensive line with their hands on their hips a bit, a little bit exhausted there. Here you got Gatewood trying to pass the ball, and it's incomplete. Intended for Logan Postal, the kicker. Actually, he also kicks for the team. So this guy can do it all, apparently.
And Clovis, who on this drive has been so successful running the ball on the ground, sticking with their go-to guys, Salas and Watkins. All of a sudden here, once they pick up that first down, after that big hit by Stevenson on the near side, they go for the goal, the touchdown, 2 times in a row, bringing up a 4th and 10 here, which they're going to be going for. And I'm really surprised they've kind of put themselves in this situation.
Here's Gatewood rolling out. He's got somebody open, but he misses his intended receiver. That was C.J. Broussard on the intended pass, so it's going to be turned over on downs to Liberty. So they get their shot at trying to get back into this game. trying to put another touchdown on the scoreboard. They're trailing 17-6.
And the Liberty defense has really done a great job of holding this Clovis offense when they need to. They put up 17 points, but it's been a hard-earned 17, and they've really got to ask the offense to make something happen here.
Here's the handoff from Medina up to about the 28-yard line on first down.
Jounty again on the carry, plowing forward through a couple guys.
And that may be the last play of the third quarter as time is running down here. Less than 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it looks like it will be the last play of the third quarter here in this quarterfinal divisional playoff. And that is the gun for the end of the third quarter. So with the Clovis Cougars leading the Liberty Patriots in this quarterfinal playoff game here in Division I by a score of 17-6, we'll return with the start of the fourth quarter of Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com right after this message.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com. You're watching the Division I quarterfinal playoff between the host Clovis Cougars against the visiting Liberty Patriots. Liberty has regained possession of the ball starting at their 29-yard line here at the start of the fourth quarter, trailing 17-6. Liberty trying to get back on the scoreboard, trying to make it close here as we head down the home stretch here. Here's the play action, but then there's a handoff to the running back. That's Corbin Jounty. And doesn't get many yards on that carry, but it's going to bring up third down. And another big play here coming up for Liberty. They need to convert if they want to have any shot of possibly making a strong comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they need to sustain this drive, keep it alive, keep it going, and get more of a rhythm.
There's Medina in the shotgun. Low snap. Got somebody open on the right flat. And did he catch it? Yes. Good play.
That was number 13, Tyson Brewer on the reception. Haven't seen much of him this evening. But, you know, when your number's called, you make the play. That's your job. And that's a first down. Liberty's starting to march now. If they can keep this kind of drive going and keep the momentum up, might put one in.
And Medina has some pretty good, and it's a low snap, and he has to eat the ball, and he loses some yards. Boy, that's costly for the Patriots.
One little mistake like that, you lose 5 yards, 4 yards on the play, and now you're stuck at 2nd and 15. Just, it's got to be frustrating for the coaching staff and for the guys out there.
Medina has, if you look at his numbers for the season, he's completing almost 66% of his passes. So if you give him enough time, I'm sure he could maybe move the Patriots down the field, possibly giving him a good shot to score another touchdown here. There's first down and 15, and another handoff, but doesn't go anywhere. That's Christian Sinnott on the carry.
They're actually going to move him. Oh, yep, you're right, no gain.
Stopped by Salas.
And I'm still so surprised that when they run the ball, they're not doing well, and when they throw it, they are.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're still running it. I mean, at this point, there's 10 minutes left in this game.
Yeah,
you don't have time
yeah.
to establish the run anymore. It's like, it's not working. Let's throw the ball.
So definitely lining up in a pass formation. He's going down
man.
the middle. Wide open is the receiver. That's Kenny Davis. And he takes it all the way down to about the 27-yard line. Kenny Davis was the one who scored the lone touchdown in that second quarter for the Patriots. So he gets another opportunity here and gets some good yardage.
You see Davis there kind of holding his head, putting his hands on his face. He wants that back. He saw the goal line ahead of him. Even though it's about 27 yards out, he had a path and kind of got tripped up. A little frustrated with himself. He's got to be happy, though. This is what they need.
And he definitely has some good speed out there as well. Here's another pass by Medina, and he gets down to the 10-yard line. So a couple of good quick passes over the middle.
Anthony Mariscal on the reception. Mentioned his name a couple times tonight, and now we're in business here. A couple quick first downs, big plays, and now you're in the red zone.
Coach Mills now going to the air, just like you called it there, John Henry. So it's working so far. Here's Medina with another low snap. Somehow gets the ball and trying to get into the end zone, and it is caught.
I don't know.
Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. Touchdown, Liberty.
Can't believe he squeezed that ball in there.
Wow.
Medina putting the ball on the spot. Oh, my goodness.
So with 9:36 left in the fourth quarter in this game, Liberty has scored their second touchdown, pulled within 5, now waiting for the extra point to close within 4.
And that was Mariscal on the reception. Man, second reception in a row there for a first down and then a touchdown, and all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and it's anyone's game, really.
So Medina showing off the arm and just showing how well he can perform in the clutch. Gets it in there, and they're going to go for the 2 on this one. So now there's going to be a timeout apparently called by Liberty.
And this is actually a big play. A lot of the times an extra point is like, yeah, we need the extra point. Of course we do. But now it's a 5-point game. If they get this 2-point conversion, you just need a field goal. If you don't get this 2-point conversion, you need a touchdown.
Exactly.
A little bit of a difference there.
So with 9:36 left here in the game, there's a timeout on the field with Liberty trying to get the 2-point conversion to pull within 3 here. So right now the score is 17-12 in favor of Clovis. You're watching PlayOnSports.com.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from all across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
So this is going to be a key play here late in the game. If they can somehow convert this 2-point conversion, that's going to mean a lot going down the stretch here. Whether Clovis can maintain their rushing attack, or are they going to change their offensive game plan now that Liberty's can come up with a quick score as well. So here we go on the 2-point conversion attempt. It's a pass, and it doesn't really develop. They try to like a little sweep, and Clovis stopped it in its tracks.
Yeah, trying to set up a little bit of a screen. They tried to do it earlier as well about midfield, and it didn't work, and really didn't work again there. They had Mariscal lined up on the near side, and I thought they were going to try to isolate him one-on-one and maybe put one into the corner. But either way, we got ourselves a game. They're still in a really good position here, and much better than they were a few minutes ago.
Absolutely.
Only down 5, and there's plenty of time left.
So now it's up to the Liberty defense to stop Clovis. That would go a long way if they can stop them on their next possession.
And Liberty now kind of has a little bit of momentum,
right,
playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, kind of nothing to lose at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if we see somebody trying to make a big play, and I might have to say there might be a turnover on this play. Not this play, but on this drive. First one of the game.
So Zach Sullivan lining up the ball at the 40, back deep for Clovis. is number 20, I think it's 21, Nick Ortiz. No, make that Garrett Olson once again. And you know he's got some speed. He's been running all over the field tonight.
Right. Yeah, he's dangerous guy. Dangerous guy. He's one of the guys that we've said his name a lot and hasn't been able to get that one extra step, that last catch, but he's going to do something tonight, and this might be his time.
Ball is kicked deep out of the end zone. That's what you want. You don't want any return. You want to make him go 80 yards for that next score. And if somehow they can stop him on defense, then they get the ball back. Liberty does, and perhaps can get back and take the lead.
Yeah, and credit junior Zach Sullivan, the kicker for this Liberty High School team. He's put a couple in the end zone, and you're basically taking a play away from the opposing team. And if you can, anytime you can do that, you want to take advantage.
So Clovis goes back on offense. As we get late into the game here, you got the student section here on the Clovis side now standing as they can sense how this game could go down to the wire. So here we go with 1st and 10. Here's the handoff, and not much is there, maybe about a yard or two, if that. So we'll see what Liberty can do on defense now.
This is exactly what Liberty needs to do. Is stop the run. They've been very successful stopping the ball through the air. And the run has been a real problem for them. But if they can give them just a couple yards every time, that's going to put them in a great position.
So they got 3 down linemen. Here's the handoff to Salas as he cuts up the field, gets down to about the 27-yard line before he's brought down.
Good piece of running there by Salas.
And he limps off, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep an eye on him. He takes his helmet off, and he's going to take a seat. Trainers are going to check him out. It looked like maybe just a rolled ankle. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. Don't want to see a guy like that off the field.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Maybe it's a cramp or maybe not.
He's in a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
But we'll keep an eye on him for you. Keep the attention on the game. Liberty, 3rd and short here.
3rd and 2. If they can stop him, and they're trying to fight for that first down. He may have gotten the first down, but he may have to measure too.
Man, if it's Watkins and there's 1 yard to get, he's the kind of guy who's not going to come off the field till they get that yard.
And they do make the first down. Boy,
great run by Watkins.
So they keep the ball moving here. That's only going to be in favor of Clovis, meaning that, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that that's going to work the clock too as well.
Yep, every minute now is important.
So here's Watkins, squeezes and manages to get the ball out to about the 38-yard line.
Watkins takes the left side, picks up 8, Duran, number 4, making a stop.
And we're keeping an eye on Adrian Salas. He's still down there checking him out. It appears to be his lower right leg that he's pointing to, and they're looking at. And now he's back up on his feet. Keep you updated on his status.
2nd and 2. Here's the give. Looks like Watkins, nothing there, and they take him down in the backfield for a loss.
And captain for Liberty High School, Darren A.J., making first contact and wrapping up Watkins. Sometimes that's all you got to do, just hold on to that shoe.
I know.
Just hold on to him. I'll get him.
Right.
I'll be there in a second. And another crucial play for both teams.
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking down. Less than 7 minutes now left in this playoff. Liberty now stacks the box. Here's Gatewood rolling out, throwing out to the near side, and it's incomplete. Now they're calling it a reception, or they're calling it a fumble. Here's down this right sideline, all the way down into the touchdown, recovered, touchdown Liberty.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Highlight reel.
That was a close play too, I have to admit.
Oh my, the defensive back, I'm going to try to figure out who that was who forced that fumble. He was lining up the receiver, and they just ran into each other full speed. Believe that was Garrett Olson on the reception, and that ball was popped out. And when it was a horde, maybe a herd is a better word, of white shirts going from right to left. Either way, it's going to be a touchdown for the Patriots, and they take their first lead of the night.
Wow. Now, we were talking all game long how there hasn't been any mistakes, any turnovers, but the only question I have at this point is whether that was actually a reception. I mean,
It was very, very close. It looks like Olsen, who's had great hands all night, looked like he caught the ball and took maybe one step before he was hit. And we're going to have a time. It looks maybe like a delay of game here as Liberty took a while.
Delay of game, wow.
Took a while to get this one in, and I don't know, I think I heard someone say that there might have been a turnover in the near future, and there it was.
Yeah, we jinxed him. But it was close, I mean, because it looked like at the moment the ball arrived in his hands, it popped out as he was hit.
Right.
So whether that was a reception or not, I mean, but I guess they called it as a reception and a fumble.
Right. That was too close to call from up here, and you gotta trust that the officials had their eye on it.
So here's the attempt for the two-point conversion. Here's the pass into the end zone, and it's no good, incomplete.
Great defense.
So the score remains 18-17, and with 6:36 left in this playoff, Liberty takes their first lead of the game, leading 18-17 here on PlayOnSports.com.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information, as well as links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
So now with 6:36 left in the ball game, Clovis finds itself in a situation where they haven't been at all until now, and that's trailing in this playoff against Liberty. And if the score that we read earlier between Central and Bakersfield holds up, then Liberty, if they can hold on and somehow pull this game out over Clovis, they'll play Bakersfield in the next round of the playoff. Or Central, I should say. Here's the kickoff, deep. It's taken at the goal line, but no, it's not, and it's out of the end zone for a touchback.
And another solid kick.
So that play happened so quickly, that fumble. I mean, that was taken into the end zone, and I'm not even sure who the player was. Did you? It happened so quickly.
It was just a blur. We're getting word it might have been number 30 who recovered that ball.
Derek Frost.
Who is the captain, senior Derek Frost, one of the linebackers for this squad.
Still plenty of time, though. I mean, when you really think about it here, it's 6:36.
Oh, yeah.
But Watkins now has the ball on the far side, and he's drilled to the turf at about the 20. So that definitely has rejuvenated the Liberty sideline, as well as the crowd that's followed them from Bakersfield on the other side of the field here.
Right. They traveled pretty well coming up here. It's not like it's right down the street.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Bakersfield. So here's Clovis now going to the methodical run game, and it's always working. As you can see, another big run here up the middle to the 35-yard line.
And a quick update. Oh, this crowd is getting into it now.
Watkins from Clovis is trying to get the crowd excited, waving his arms, trying to get the home crowd back into the game. With that last fumble, it kind of took the wind out of their sails here. Here's a handoff once again, and big hole for Watkins. He gets onto about the 44-yard line. So now with less than 6 minutes left to play, there's a little bit of urgency now onto the Clovis sideline.
And coming in to relieve Watkins of his duties, number 32. You guessed it, Adrian Salas. We saw him last on his back with his helmet off, kind of grimacing about his leg, but he's back in there, full force.
Here's Gatewood with the handoff. Nothing there. Oh, and they stack him up. You got to think that the Clovis defense now has been rejuvenated.
Yeah, Justin Nieto making first contact there, wrapping up Salas, doing a good job of driving him back until he got some more help. Salas is going to come back off. They're going to make sure he's all right. You can tell he's a little frustrated. He wanted to pick up that first down.
3rd down and short now. Liberty now beginning to put more men in the box. As here's another handoff, and looks like he's been stopped. Unbelievable. Liberty showing some tough resiliency on that defensive line. Just stacking up.
And you kind of start getting the feeling, a lot of people are standing up here. Every single play is huge. I mean, at this point in the game, under 5 minutes to go, this is crunch time, and both teams know it. You can tell. Look at, here we go now, 4th and 1 for Clovis.
And they're putting like about 8 men in the box now. Wow, this is it right here. This could be the game right here. At least with 4 minutes left to play, now there's going to be, it looks like a timeout on the field,
and
called by Clovis.
I think that was Rich Hammond calling the, we're not going to run a play, nobody move. And he was instructing Gatewood to yell at the top of his lungs, try to get some defensive linemen to jump, but the Patriots doing a great job. And it looks like Hammond might be calling for a punt here. Not sure. We'll see what happens.
With 4:07 left in the ball game, Clovis is trailing now Liberty by a score of 18-17. You're watching Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
So here we go, 4th down and 1. Big moment in this ball game. A quarterfinal game is on the line now as Clovis, for the first time, trailing in this ball game only by 1 point, but Liberty has now been recharged on the defensive line. It's a give to Salas, and who else gets that first down, but it's Adrian Salas.
I love it. I love the play call. Coach Hammond saying, all right, you guys put your 8 guys in the box. I'll put my 10 guys in the box, and we'll push, see what happens. And Salas didn't get the number of the defender on that one beat. He ran right through the first tackler.
Now under 4 minutes left to play. 1st down and 10. They get a new fresh set of downs.
And this is this formation that we saw earlier.
Oh, the ball is fumbled. It's a fumble.
Oh, no.
Taken by Liberty. All the way down to the 20. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Liberty. Unbelievable. Justin Nieto with the fumble recovery takes it into the end zone to the house. And the Patriots now lead by 7. Can you believe it?
I don't know. I don't know what just happened there. That they lined up in the same formation where they scored that touchdown, you know, the little dump pass where Broussard was lined up as quarterback and threw it to Nevels. And it was a very, very different situation. There was no trickery involved, and if there was going to be, it would have been snuffed out. So I'm not sure exactly what they were going to do with that play. Either way, you know, someone who's not used to being on that receiving end of the ball just can't quite handle it.
And the extra point is good. So now an 8-point lead for Liberty.
And talk about a turn of events. And we've talked about mistakes and how few there were. And we've talked about turnovers and how there were none and there probably wouldn't be any. And all of a sudden, 2 huge mistakes, 2 big turnovers by this Clovis Cougars team, a team who does not make mistakes.
And a couple things that I've noticed. Number one is there's a lot of heavier hitting now.
Oh, yeah.
As time is winding down, the urgency of what we're witnessing here.
Every play.
And then number 2, do you think it was a matter of Clovis going too many times to the well, going to that running game too many times in the middle of the field, and combine that with the heavy hitting and the forced fumble.
Well, you look at the 2 plays that they made those mistakes on, and it wasn't, you know, Salas fumbling the ball. It wasn't Watkins fumbling the ball, who've both touched the ball, I'd guess 20, maybe more times tonight. It was guys that when you're trying to change it up, why run away from something that's working so well for you?
Line drive kick by Sullivan's taken by Garrett Olson at the 1. Tries to get upfield, and he does. He's got some open field running. Nice run back, and he's finally horse collared down to about the 33-yard line. That would have been a penalty probably in the NFL, but they take him down anyway. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Clovis. So now the situation is even more dire for Clovis at this point. They're on their home field, however. However, now they have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie the game.
Oh, just to push it to the next.
After leading the whole game,
oh,
most of the game at least. Wow.
Hey, you know what, though? This isn't a team that's been unsuccessful all day, and they're kind of scraping by. They've had the upper hand all game. They know exactly what they need to do to score here.
Here's Gatewood running for his life once again. Looks like a Colin Kaepernick out there once again. Throws it out of bounds, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down. 3:21 left in the ball game.
And really, from up here, I mean, we've got our one viewpoint, my one opinion, but I don't know why they're throwing the ball. Their running game is working. They've got plenty of time. They're working with decent field position. Get down the field and get in the end zone. You know, do what works.
2nd down and 10. Clovis looking to answer the touchdown from Liberty. Looking for something deep, trying to make something happen. And, oh, dangerous pass. Falls in front of the defender. That was a dangerous pass by Gatewood.
And Gatewood was hit pretty hard there. I believe that was Marco Sanchez.
He looks a little dazed out there, a little shaky.
I think he's a little frustrated. He wants that one back. I like that design of the play where you're running one way, everyone, and then you kind of slide that man in motion to the other side. And that was Poindexter, the intended receiver.
So make it 3rd down and 10. Looking for something to develop here in the middle of the field, and it's caught. Actually, it's caught in the middle of the field. He's down to about the 30. He could go all the way to the house, and he finally brought down at about the 8-yard line. Wow.
Senior Logan Poisal for this Cougars team. Haven't called his name tonight. Haven't seen number 7 out there much. But when it matters, he steps up. Huge play. Knocking on the door.
There we go. It's getting better now. You've got a quarterfinal playoff match here coming down to the last minutes of the ball game. Less than 3 minutes. Clock is winding down. And Clovis trying to get back into this game and trying to tie it up. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Marlon Watkins.
Watkins, I want him on my team. I don't care what sport. He was going to score there if it was just him on the field. 1 on 11. I'm going to score. I don't care. Oh my gosh, the way that kid runs.
Reckless abandon.
Yes.
That's what it was.
And that's what you want too. And you don't want to be playing against someone with that kind of desire.
He was not going to be denied no matter what.
He's had a couple runs where he does that. And you can just tell as he gets the ball, he just, boom, I'm going to go score. And now, even more important is this 2-point conversion.
Absolutely.
See if there's any more tricks up of Rich Hammond's sleeves.
Here we go. Now there's going to be a timeout called. No, there's the delay of game. Delay of game on Clovis. So that's going to make it a little bit harder now.
That changes everything. That changes, you know, we need to get 3 yards. All right, give it to Salas and let him put his head down and run. You know,
he can probably do it anyway. He's done everything else.
Exactly. And now it's 7 yards, and I'm glad I'm not coach on this one. But Salas is in there, 32, lining up, the running back position.
So we've only got a couple guys in the backfield. Here's Gatewood, throws it out. Is he going to be stopped? Yes, he's stopped. That could be the game. Unbelievable when they fail to convert. Clovis.
And Nick Nevels, the tight end who scored that touchdown, his first touchdown reception of the year, doing everything he could, but there were 3 Patriots defenders right on him as he caught that ball, doing a great job snuffing that one out. Tough play to defend against.
So now the ball is going to go back to Liberty, and they have the lead with only 2:48 left in the ball game. So it's going to have to be left up to the Clovis defense somehow, if they can stop them quickly enough, get in some kind of turnover, hopefully. But at this point, it looks pretty dire for Clovis.
Well, I'm thinking they might try an onside kick here because with 2:48 left to play, that's like maybe 2 first downs, and they can just run the clock out. You get the hands team out there. You see the coach on the near side instructing his guys what to do. I'd be very surprised if they kick this one off without trying for the
I would
outside
think
kick.
so, yeah. So I'm sure that Liberty will be sending out their good hands people out there. Coach Mills getting all the running backs or wide receivers out there, and everybody's playing up close to the receiving line.
I think this one's coming to the near side here. Who's going to jump on it?
And there's a whistle on the play. Now, was there a timeout called before the kick? I don't see a flag on the play.
And we are awaiting the call anxiously. I am really confused why they blew the whistles.
Timeout, Liberty. Apparently. It's pointing in their direction.
Huh. That was interesting.
I don't know what that was all about.
If that play did go through, number 1, Kenny Davis, who's the guy you want catching that ball, he got his hands on it, was able to secure it. So let's see if they try to go right after him once more.
Can Clovis pull it off? One of their last-ditch efforts here to get the ball back to score the tying or go-ahead score, and his ball is loose. Who gets the ball? Some of the Liberty players are pointing their way, and now Clovis waiting to see who got the ball. They're trying to get the pile up from the ground, and apparently Liberty has recovered. So they have the ball in very good field position, I might add.
And that was Corbin Jonty, who they've been leaning on as their, excuse me, that was not Corbin Jonty. That was Cole Harrell. Give him some credit. Number 32, the senior, doing his part in this game as they're up by 2. And they've got the ball. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
2:48 left in the ball game. Clovis will have to put on a pretty good defensive effort to try to stop the Liberty Patriots, who definitely will be running the ball, trying to eat up time.
And if you're Clovis right now, if you're a coach out there, you got to remind your defensive guys that you're the team that has won, 9 games this year. Because of this strong defense, you've won 9 games. Like, you're the strongest part of this team, so make it happen right here.
And Clovis, coming into the game, was the number 1 ranked team in the Central section, playing at home, but Liberty providing some tough defense down the home stretch, coming up with some big plays and turnovers, and they've got the ball and are trying to chew up more time on the clock. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, and now
timeout.
I like it. Rich Hammond, he calls a timeout because it's 3rd down, and he knows that he's going to, his boys, are going to get a stop here, and he wants all the time on the clock that he can when the offense gets this ball back. I love the confidence.
So with 2:04 left in the ball game, Liberty is hanging on to a 25-3 lead here on Friday Night Football. You're watching PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Well, if they got a first down, they get a first down, Liberty. I mean, that's really going to put, crimp in the chances of Clovis trying to get that ball back in time.
Only one timeout left after that one just taken by Clovis. So they have a lot to do and just a little bit of time to do it. First being stop this offense.
3rd down and 5. Here's the handoff, and he doesn't get the first down. He's tripped up. Gets down to about the 46 or 47-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down.
And you've got to believe that Liberty's going to punt this one because you don't want to give Clovis a short field. And I think coach is going to take a minute to think about it, because if you get a first down, you almost put the game away.
Right.
But if you don't, then you've given Clovis a team who's been able to drive the ball.
Excellent field position.
Excellent field position.
And then all they have to do is kick a field goal.
Right,
and they can theoretically win the game in the closing seconds.
And both offense and defense for Liberty has been pretty solid today. The Patriots, when they need to, have really buckled down their defensive line, their linebackers. So I'm not sure who you put your faith in. And that'll decide what they do here on 4th and 3.
So the biggest play late in the game here comes from Derek Frost, the linebacker, bringing in that fumble into the end zone that has put the Patriots in the driver's seat here. Maybe the play of the game.
And look at where they're lining up. They are going for it. I love it.
Here we go. This is the game right here. It could be the game. 4th down and 3 for Liberty.
He was going for the hard count. Did not jump. Good job by Clovis.
Oh, trying to draw him off apparently or something. He's just taking his time. They're calling a timeout. Yeah, he's trying to get him to jump, but it doesn't work.
Oh, they took the delay of game penalty.
Oh, they did? Okay.
They did.
Okay.
They said, let's put him out there, see if they jump.
Yeah.
Wow. Gutsy play call. Even just coming out like that, I kind of got goosebumps.
So Zach Sullivan will be kicking the ball away.
And he's been doing a very great job of kicking tonight.
And once again, it's Garrett Olson back to receive for Clovis on perhaps the final possession of the season for the Cougars. He lets it go, and it's eventually going to be downed at about the 19-yard line with 1:51 left in this ball game. This is the Division I quarterfinal match you're watching on PlayOnSports.com. Liberty of Bakersfield clinging to a 25-23 lead here as Clovis is set to perhaps take their final drive of the season here. But if they should score, then they could pull it out here at the end. We'll have to wait and see. In any case, it's shaping up to be one heck of a final finish. Here's Gatewood in the shotgun. You know what they're going to do, obviously. So we got everybody back. Here's the reception made at the 25. He gets it out to about the 30, and he's run out of bounds with 1:43 left.
McKay France on the reception. The senior wide receiver getting his name on the stat sheet. You gotta like spreading the love. Gatewood able to pick out his different targets.
So now Liberty, knowing full well what Clovis is going to be doing, only got 3 down linemen. There's another whistle. Could be illegal procedure on the Cougars.
It's going to go one way or the other. We'll see what the call is.
Offsides. Oh, offsides against Liberty.
Okay.
Wow.
Mistakes, another mistake.
So the Patriots not doing themselves any favor here. Give up another 5 yards. It's going to bring up 1st down and 5 now. Gatewood in the shotgun, everybody back deep. Now they're bringing the blitz under heavy pressure. Gatewood running for his life, and he's sacked. That's the worst thing that could happen now. Now time is running down. They'll have to hurry.
No timeouts.
No timeouts left. And I don't think he's going to want to down the ball. They're going to have to call a play here. A little bit of improvisation.
Almost run the same play almost.
Here we go. More pressure. Gatewood. Oh, and he goes down again. Oh, my. Liberty now pulling out all the stops on defense.
And Liberty, who's done such a good job of being able to stop the aerial attack.
Less than a minute.
From Gatewood. Doing it again here.
Here we go. Can they do it? Oh, we got a penalty flag now. What's the call?
Coach was running out on the field. I think he was screaming for a timeout. He might. Yes.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Liberty.
So he understood that there's 53 seconds left, 3rd down. They need 20 yards. This might be the play. This might be the one. I want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing out there.
They're all on the same page.
Right.
But it's interesting how Coach Mills has 3 down linemen when they get up to the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden he calls a blitz, and that's what's really sacked Gatewood on the last couple of plays. Critical sacks. I mean, that's like the worst thing that can happen in that situation.
And Justin Nieto getting in there on that first sack, and then the second one, it was just a push from the defensive line with that extra pressure coming from the linebackers. It looked like somebody kind of reached out and just grabbed the jersey of Gatewood, the number 2.
So it's 3rd down and a very long 22 for Clovis. They're going to have to pull out something out of that bag of tricks if they're going to have a chance here to try to get a last-second score to pull out this game here in front of the home folks, who've really turned out en masse tonight.
Do want to make sure that everyone knows they only need a field goal.
Here's Gatewood. Oh, more pressure, and he goes down again. Unbelievable. And that could be it. It's going to be 4th down. Clock is very close to winding down here the last 30 seconds. And
none other than
no
Corbin Jounty making the sack, doing it on both sides of the ball.
This will have to be a Hail Mary. Something's got to happen. And he gets sacked, and that's going to be the ball game. That's it. Unbelievable. Liberty pulling out all the stops defensively and have essentially sealed this win. They take over on downs.
And that's
at the Clovis, like 1 or 2 yard line.
That's Joseph Hurtado, who came in for the 3rd sack in a row. And talk about pumping up the stat sheet. 3 sacks in a row for negative yards. Yikes. And talk about, I know we've mentioned a couple times it's been really quiet in this stadium, and none other than right now. Almost a state of shock.
So basically, Liberty can just kneel, and that'll be the ball game, essentially. I mean, they don't even have to run another play, really.
Yeah, I think they were a little too excited and got assessed a personal foul.
Okay.
Backed it up 15 yards, so really no point in trying to do anything here.
And as expected, they take a knee, and that should do it. As time is winding down here, and Liberty has pulled off a stunning comeback here in the late moments of this ball game, upsetting the #1 ranked Clovis Cougars on their home turf in this Division I quarterfinal match. That's the final gun. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stay tuned to PlayOnSports.com for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show, and we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Liberty Patriots have defeated the Clovis Cougars 23, make it 25-23 on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. We're working on getting an interview. Right now we do have an interview, by the way. We have Derek Foster, who is the senior linebacker for the Liberty Patriots, who just defeated the Clovis Cougars in Division I, the quarterfinal playoff, 25-23. Derek, coming into this game, you guys are the 8th ranked team, while Clovis went into the game as the number 1 ranked team in the Central section. What was the game plan you had as a team going into this game tonight?
Well, when it comes down to playoffs, you don't really look at the rankings at all. You just go out there and play with your heart. And our defense came out. We have goals out there. We knew we needed to get 2 turnovers. And the defense as a whole stepped up and made big plays and big opportunities.
You really had some big plays out there, especially late in the fourth quarter. You had that big hit and fumble recovery for a touchdown. And how did that play develop when you were out there?
Hey, it starts out with Christian Sennett making a big hit out there, getting the fumble. I was thinking about just recovering it. Took a good bounce. Came right up to me, and I went for it, make a game changer right there, change the course of the game.
And then when Clovis had the ball finally near the end of the game, and you knew they had to pass, and then you had those 4 consecutive sacks on the quarterback. How did you guys play that series of downs?
Well, a couple of our linemen went down because of concussions, but they stepped up. The backup stepped up. Corbin Jonty stepped up big time, running back. He was quick out there, getting around the corners, made big sacks by Justin Nieto. We just played defense as a whole, as a team. It's just how it has to be done.
It was a tremendous defensive effort, especially late in the game. Now, if this report that we had earlier that Central was leading Bakersfield in the other playoff game earlier, so if that holds true, then it looks like Liberty will be playing Central. What do you look for in that game coming up?
We look forward to playing Central again. We lost to them 9-10 because of miscue on a PAT, but we feel like we can either BHS or Central. We're looking hungry after this game.
It looks good. It looks good. You guys had a great game out there, and it was a terrific game, especially in front of the Clovis home crowd. So congratulations on being our player of the game.
Thank you.
That was our player of the game, Derek Foster, senior linebacker of the Liberty Patriots. They defeated the Clovis Cougars by a score of 25-3. Don't go anywhere. The PlayOnSports.com postgame show will continue in just a few moments on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
Welcome back to Clovis, California, and the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. I'm Mark Espinoza alongside John Henry, and we just saw the Liberty Patriots defeat the Clovis Cougars by a score of 25-3 here in this Division I quarterfinal playoff game. John Henry, we had a pretty good game in the early going. It was a good game all throughout, but it was a game played close to the vest, and we mentioned, I remember a few times during the broadcast earlier, how there wasn't any turnovers, and there was a rash of turnovers in the, especially in the second half, that led to some big scores by Liberty, led by that defensive group, led by senior linebacker Derek Frost. So how did you see this game shaping up in the late stages?
I mean, it all came together at the end, as it always does. But we talked to both coaches before the game. They said, we got to have no mistakes. That's how we win this game, no mistakes. And the way this game shaped, it was the mistakes that shaped it. 2 turnovers, and granted, they weren't mistakes per se. They were just awesome plays on the other side of the ball, but you can't have turnovers. And if you have turnovers, then the other team's probably going to win. And we mentioned there were no turnovers. It was a very clean game, very few penalties. And I wish we could kind of rattle off all these names that did so well for both teams. Don't have the time for that, but just an impressive performance. In the end, it was Liberty that came out with the victory.
Yes, and we had a strong running game once again from Clovis. We had Adrian Salas, and we also had his running back mate, the name forgets, I don't
Watkins,
know. Watkins, that's it, I'm sorry. And so anyway, they had a good game, but ultimately, yeah, it was the defensive pressure that was put on by Liberty against the quarterback of Clovis that led to their downfall at the end. And how do you see their game coming up now? Liberty apparently will play Central in that second round of the playoffs. How do you see that game shaping up?
Well, it sounds like, and I don't really know anything about Central, but exactly what our player of the game said. They've played them before. They lost by 1. Can you imagine how that felt? And it was on a missed PAT. What happened today? They had a missed PAT. I'm sure they're going to be practicing that a little bit. But I think they're still going to focus on defense. That defense out there stopped a very good team, and they took the ball away from them twice. This Clovis offense is not used to kind of putting up with that kind of pressure for the whole game. We know they're kind of a second-half team. They play by the book until they wear you out. Liberty defense didn't get worn out, and it's going to be a little bit of a grudge match next week. Should be a fun one.
It sure will be, and we look forward to it on PlayOnSports.com. That's going to wrap it up from LaMonica Stadium, where the Liberty Patriots have defeated the Clovis Cougars by a score of 25-23. I'd like to thank you for joining PlayOnSports.com's coverage of Friday Night Football from Clovis, California. Be sure to check PlayOnSports.com for information and links to all of our upcoming broadcasts. For our producer, Finn Prendergast, our videographer, Matthew Merritt, and my partner, John Henry, I'm Mark Espinoza saying so long, and we hope you'll join us next Friday night on your destination for high school sports and Friday Night Football, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.